Welcome to Krishnastips. Explore Lord Sri Krishna's divine teachings in the Bhagavad Gita, a timeless wisdom for humanity.
Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 13. Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Vibhag Yoga, the yoga of distinction in the field and the knower of the field. Nature and the Purusha, the field and the knower of the field, I wish to know this knowledge and the knowable, O Keshava, Lord Sri Krishna, the killer of the demon named Keshi. Sri Bhagavan said, this body, Arjuna, the son of Kunti, is the field of activities. Thus, that person, one who knows this, is termed as the knower of the field, by those who discern the truth. Also, know only me as the knower of the field, in all individual fields of activities, O Bharata, understanding of that knowledge, the field of activities and the knower of the field, is considered by me to be knowledge. What that field of activities is, what is its nature and also from what and how changes take place in it, and also that, who he is, what his powers are, listen from me in summary. Sung by the great sages in Vedic hymns, in various ways, and by the various hymns in Brahma Sutra, especially with logic, is the conclusive evidence. The five great elements, the ego, the intellect and the unmanifested primordial matter indeed is the embodiment of the great beings. The senses are 11 and 5 are the sensory perceptions. Desire, hate, happiness, misery, the consciousness, the will, all these put together, the field of activities is said to comprise of all these with modifications. Humbleness, freedom from hypocrisy, non-violence, forgiveness, simplicity, service of the Guru, purity, cleanliness of body and mind, steadfastness, self-control. Dispassion towards the objects of the senses, absence of egotism and also perception of birth, death, old age, disease, suffering and evil. Absence of craving, non-attachment towards children, spouse, home etc. Constant, even-mindedness, in the attainment of desirable and undesirable. Exclusively united devotion toward me, also, constant inclination for solitary places, aversion for mundane society. Thus, constancy of the spiritual knowledge, the philosophy of the knowledge of spiritual principles, all this, is declared to be knowledge. What is contrary to this is ignorance. I shall now reveal which is ought to be known, that, knowing which one achieves immortality, the beginningless Brahma, that is called to be beyond the existent and non-existent. That has hands and feet everywhere, eyes, heads and faces everywhere, having ears everywhere in the universe, pervades everything that exists. The perceiver of all the senses and sense objects, but devoid of, unattached of all the senses, the sustainer of all, yet indeed beyond the three modes of material nature, although the enjoyer of the three modes of material nature. Outside and inside in all living beings, in not moving and moving, due to subtlety, he is incomprehensible, he is very far away and very near also. Although indivisible, yet apparently situated divided amongst the living beings, that known to be as the sustainer of all beings, is also the annihilator and the creator. The source of light in all luminaires and that beyond the darkness, is said to be the knowledge, the object of knowledge, the goal of knowledge, he dwells within the heart of all living beings. Thus, revealed in summary, is the nature of the field and the meaning of knowledge, the object of knowledge, and having understood this, my devotees attain my divine nature. Know both Prakriti, material nature, and the Purusha, individual souls, to be beginningless, and also know the Vikarana, transformations of the body, and the Gunas, three modes of nature, to be produced by the material energy. In the matter of creation, the material energy is said to be the medium for the cause and effect, and in experiencing of happiness and distress, the individual soul is said to be responsible. The Purusha, the individual soul, dwelling in Prakriti, the material energy, with desires to enjoy the three gunas, the three modes of nature, produced by the material energy, because of its attachment to the three gunas, takes birth in superior and inferior wombs. The witness, the permitter and the supporter, the transcendental enjoyer and the ultimate controller, that Supreme Lord, is also said to be the Supreme Soul within this body. Thus, the one who understands the Purusha, the individual soul, and the Prakriti, the material nature, with the three gunas, the three modes of nature, they although being situated in them in every way, they do not take birth again. Some perceive the Supreme Soul within one's heart through meditation, others by the mind through Sankhya Yoga, cultivation of knowledge, and others through Karma Yoga, path of action, try to attain union with God. Still others, those who are unaware of the spiritual paths, by hearing from others begin to worship, thus, they also cross over even death with their devotion to hearing the scriptures. Whatever being, anything unmoving, moving, know that as manifestation of the combination of the field of activities and the knower of the field, O best of the Bharatas. Those who perceive the accompanying Supreme Soul equally in all beings, the imperishable amongst the perishable, they see. Indeed, equally see God as the Supreme Soul, everywhere, equally present. Do not degrade the self by one's mind, thereby reach the supreme destination. Also, who see all the actions as being performed by the Prakriti, material nature, in all respects and the embodied soul as actionless, they truly see. When one sees the diverse variety of living entities as situated in the same place and thereafter born from it indeed, then they attain Brahma. Being eternal and transcendental, devoid of any material qualities, this Supreme Soul is inexhaustible, even though dwelling in the body, O Arjuna, Kantiya, the son of Kunti, this neither acts nor is tainted. The sky, though all-pervading, due to its subtlety is not contaminated, similarly, the soul, though situated everywhere in the body is not contaminated. As the one sun illumines the entire solar system, so, this soul illumines the entire body, Arjuna, the son of Bharata. With the eyes of knowledge, who know the difference between the field, body, and that of the knower of the field, the living entity, released from the material nature, thus, they approach the Supreme. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hence completes the Chapter 13, Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Vibhag Yoga, the yoga of distinction in the field and the knower of the field, in Shrimad Bhagavad Gita.